Oh, it's a gold lane Sora.
No! What? How?
Has a lot of his signature options still available for him.
Why does he look so vicious while rubbing his nose?
Yeah.
Like, the
eyes.
game hasn't even started.
It's the eyes, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pick her for gold. Granger or I don't know, not Beatrix, right?
They could if they wanted to. There's pretty decent reason to actually go for it because there's a lot of heroes that actually like scoop. Oh!
Oh, it's a gold lane Sora.
No! What? How? How is this gonna work? Wait, there's so many ways to play this now. Oh my goodness! Wait. Full matchup to deny potential dashes. It feels like everybody is just out to ruin the GOAT's day.
Yeah.
And he can go for either setups or the damage himself when he goes attack mode.
Yeah.
Different strat.
This game right now, it's on Sanji and Oheb with a counter index of 0.8 in favor of SRG, surprisingly, with a lineup rating that's 2 points higher.
Yeah.
Let's see the level of execution if you want to beat the numbers.
Brilliant. Team Liquid were expecting that Sora to go to the EXP lane. Now their Valentina is in the EXP lane against a Phoveus unless they ask for a switch. Welcome to game number 1. Team Liquid versus Selangor Red Giants.
I just gotta say, this is bothering me so much because the Sora can like cancel out the Blazing Duet freely whenever he just has to go for the tank mode. So this is not gonna be that much of a great time for Oheb.
I don't know, because I feel like Oheb, his biggest problem is going to be running away from Innocent when Innocent starts to get ahead. For now, the early stages of the game are going to be highly... Okay, whoa.
Oh!
No, that didn't seem right. Something about that did not seem right.
Okay. That was an early kill on Yumes, and we were just joking about that happening less than a minute. I never expected it to happen in this matchup.
Yeah, but again, that's first blood for Team Liquid, and that's exactly what they want, considering that SRG has a composition that can move fast and snowball fast.
Yeah. Going up against that Sora, interested to see how Oheb's going to handle the laning against that, but more specifically Sanford, how is he going to handle that focus and lane as a Valentina?
Ooh, good usage of the Litho Wanderer to actually get the splash damage onto Sanji. Let's quickly look at the emblems here, right? Of course, pretty standard all across the board. The only difference being just the cooldown reduction from Sanford's side rather than going for traditional movement speed or extra damage. But look at Innocent. He's going for temporal rain. That's kind of crazy considering that Innocent, he wants to be able to chain his abilities together, but if he misses one, it's over.
Yeah, and I feel like the Sora on its own already has a relatively low cooldown for the ultimate, so this makes it so much more worthwhile whenever he is on the ultimate. Sanford though, Dark Wave connects, but he still has the flicker and will be able to stay alive.
Yeah. You saw Sanford was sticking close to the Lancelot. He was trying to read where the Thorn Rose would be landing. Another Thorn Rose, Sakai's keeping Sanford at bay really well. JP now forced to help and hold.
Pretty good so far, but I'm expecting to see Innocent to get involved. Oh my god!
The double dash will not be enough. That's gonna be first blood for SRG. Now they're gonna continue to fight, but Conti still somehow finds Crab. Sakai's, will they actually take him on here? He has Yumes and Stormy by his side, and they will not anymore. Carlteasy gets a kill, but will they still actually contest?
Bit of a whiff there coming in from Yumes, taking the TP from Stormy. But if he just landed... Oh no.
Okay.
Fist crack.
There's the fist crack. JP trying to hold everything down, but Sakai's takes him alongside the objective. SRG, they seem to be in a really good tempo so far.
I don't know. I think it's like desperation requires a trade. If not, they're going to start falling behind and instantly canceling out the... Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Forcing out the wings by wings. That was a close call for Sanji.
Yeah, the damage is nuts. Definitely that Sora's impact is going to be felt more compared to that Claude that will need some time. Innocent just needs some space, and him being able to clear the minion waves faster when the rivers are up means that Sora is going to be an early game problem for Liquid. Now, now as it goes on, you realize just how difficult it is for Sanji to deal with the Phoveus, and hence why the move by SRG to suddenly put that Sora in the gold lane by last picking Phoveus to face up with that Valentina means that the Apex Predator, one of the key figures for the lineup of Liquid, is shut down.
Yeah, Sanford is going to start falling really far behind here because Cramky's got an amazing freeze. They're calling Daddy JP to try and break him out of that freeze, but Yums is not letting him make it easy, right? Despite dying twice, you would imagine that JP would have more control over this match, but Yums going toe-to-toe.
Movement is so limited for the EXP laner here of Team Liquid. You would expect that they could work hand in hand together with the Hilda and the Farsa, but it seems like nothing is going in their favor. JP gets caught there, but Sanji's able to reposition, forcing out the flicker from Stormy, and that's one battle spell down. Oh, wait, here up top. Two Phovuses!
Oh, wait.
Fighting against each other, another Dark Wave connects, but Sanford somehow gets to put himself back under the turret. KHUSUS joining in the fight. Will he get to use the Yogi Shadow Kill? No, it's a no! JP and Carl are bursted down by SRG!
Great reaction time coming in from Yums. If he was a second late, KHUSUS gets to live there, and so far, Sanford, he has just been eating so much damage, but because of the sacrifice of his team, he manages to even out the gold against Cram, even though those resources are technically trickling down into Sakai's.
A fist crack on point. Now SRG gets priority with the turtle. Yums and Stormy now holding the brush. Here comes Yums.
Oh, they're going for JP. There's the Thorn Rose. KHUSUS looking for a target, but the flicker cancels it out. Sakai's too uses the puncture, and now there's no way Liquid might actually still try to go for this. KHUSUS has already let go of his objective.
Very bold of Skies to actually use the puncture instead of Phantom Execution, but he wants to make sure that he gets it no matter what and still has tools to get back out. This neutral objective, it's kind of whatever, but now Sanford realizes he spots out the yin-yang TP into the back. Wait.
Oh, nice good spot there. JP still trying to do what he's expected to as the Hilda, but Innocent has a decent amount of damage already being put out. KHUSUS going in, but the Shadow does not connect. Oh my goodness.
What? So JP was waiting to use a stun, was able to use it, but didn't land it. Sanford now here, purple buff, still will go to Sakai's.
He uses the Phantom Execution. What?
Instant Purify. Dude, if you blink, you might just miss. These battle spells are coming out like it's common grass. When you walk outside, it's so easy to see green. But now that Slanger Red Giants have slowly itched that gold lead back, we need to see some major advantages.
It has been so terrifying on this, but he doesn't even need to commit the full combo of the fist break, fist crack. Just using the fist crack on its own already puts so much pressure on Team Liquid and forces them to break formation. This seems to be a very different version and tempo of the Liquid we know.
Absolutely. I mean, it's clear that Slanger Red Giants have put the time and effort to come up with a game plan. The question is, how many attempts does Liquid have before it's too late?
So this is a really solid game plan too. As long as the lead doesn't balloon up to like a 4,000 to 6,000 gold lead, Liquid can keep things manageable. But if it falls that far, that means their gold laner is falling behind, and they need Oheb close to the farm as much as possible. That is their main condition now at this point. Sanji has been deathless as well. JP and KHUSUS have fallen because of things that have happened to them by the Roman mid laner. Now JP might fall again.
Oh, has the flicker though, but Innocent is here. Doesn't get to finish off the kill just yet, but these are 5 members of SRG using the diversion. Where are they going? They're looking for Carl, but the fight is gonna break out in the mid lane as well. Yums catching JP. There goes Cram as well on the Phoveus. Dark Wave onto 3 members. Sanford forced to flicker out. Oheb using the blazing duet. Can he go for the outplay? The Yogi Shadow Kill committed by Carl as well, but Sakai's, he gets to save himself in the third round, and it's JP that's going down.
Dear God, it's down to the wire. Cram nearly dying underneath turret, and even Oheb really playing with death. For the first time, we see both teams showing massive respects.
Sanford goes for the setup, gets cancelled by Cram and Yums though, and so he has no other choice but to escape. Cram still trying to go for him though. There's the dashes used by Valentina Terrify as well, and it's an objective once more over to SRG.
All the micro crowd control that SRG has is disrupting Team Liquid's flow. Another fight.
Oh, Innocent gets taken down by Carl, though he wants to look for more. Stormy and Yums, JP's here as well, but they spot Sekai's and no longer pursue, and all the while this is happening, Oheb seems to be looking for something else.
Oh, Yums already shows himself. Sanji and Oheb steals away,
Oh,
and
oh, oh.
they're in a weird spot.
What? Wait,
JP's here. Oheb!
Sanji might have just caught the attention of SRG. Oheb lives and gets a kill. Sanji is the sacrifice just so that Oheb can live and get a kill.
And in a snap, the Stampede has trampled not bodies, but towers across the map.
Really good punish coming in from Team Liquid to try and even up this score. Sanford, he's gonna try and get out, but Sekai's ain't gonna make it easy as they walk away. But let me tell you how Team Liquid figured this out. Knowing the possible locations that this Loyu could send them, seeing Stormy do it out in the open, they figured out straight away that he wasn't going to the top side, but the bottom side. And immediately we see the instant punish of 2 structures just because of a blind call.
What a sequence by these two. SRG showing how much better they've gotten at the team fighting. Those little decisions, the details. They've always been good at that, but I thought that was peak. I thought they couldn't get any better, but they got even better. Better than great, if you could say. While Team Liquid, what a call to decide to play the map instead, while also still getting bodies along the way.
Yeah, it's a less than 500 or around 500 gold lead that's just existing right now. Sanji gets to escape Sekai's, uses the retribution, but the Yogi Shadow Kill is all to himself. Still not
Carl's
enough
alone.
though. Better dare strike. Innocent though finds Sanji, and now Carl is all alone on the other side of the map. Still has a quad shadow. Oh heaven, JP trying to work on the members chasing after him, and Innocent is the trade!
Sanford and JB are here to help out Carl, but SRG have read the situations that they can't go for Carl, and just like that, Liquid have priority for Lord number 1!
Level 13 to level 13, Sanford. He's gonna go for the zone.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh! There goes a Stormbind! Sekai's tries to contest, but it won't be enough! Now it's Yums and Crab running for their lives. JP, Sanford, and Oheb trying to take them down. The basic attacks, they're going, but then Crab is just too tanky. He might just find an outplay here.
Innocent?
Team Liquid might have to run away, but do they? Sanji, he has arrived. Does he have the better airstrike? He does! And they're gonna full commit under the turret! Team Liquid want more! It's a double for Oheb! And now they're gonna get one more kill!
Endless fighting, endless war. Innocent takes one back!
Innocent turning things around!
He did it in Malaysia! He does it here again! A savage! For half man, half beast!
Tell me this game ain't the goddamn best show to watch here today! What a time to be alive! Oh my lord! Team Liquid, despite everything, despite the Savage, the gold lead has swung back and forth 3 times. The metronome doesn't stop here.
Delivering as expected. There's a reason why we hyped up this match. And you see it unfolding before your eyes. Still anybody's game. It looked like it was Liquid's until SRG showed their innocence.
Unbelievable. Innocent. That was such the perfect opportunity to use his assassin mode. Every single member of Team Liquid has already been damaged and have been significantly low in terms of HP. That's an easy cleanup that they have to be really careful of.
I think worse yet. Now I think they really have to start thinking about MR items, right? Sanji has salvaged so many situations with this raw damage, allowing Carl TZ, whether it's him or Sanji, they do good work. Now Oheb has to be extremely careful. Despite having the Trinity build, it doesn't mean that he's safe straight away. If he wants to fall into another type of scenario where he's just eating damage from Innocent, a Winds of Nature is necessary to survive.
So amidst everything, that was one of those results that was definitely avoidable, and Liquid are now going to be looking to avoid giving Innocent that chance again. 6-2-1 is standing as a Sora.
I wonder how much gold ahead this guy is.
Yeah.
Because Oheb has been really great and looking for other avenues to at least catch up or farm up himself.
Yeah.
But with that Savage, I I'm pretty sure it just jumped up there in terms of the gold leads.
Look, if Yums can die twice and still commit to the same habits, if Innocent can find that Savage, I'm pretty sure Team Liquid is going to try again. I feel like they may have tunnel vision towards the latter half of the fight, but to be fair, that fight was like 3 minutes long.
Lord now up. JB's here, the position for Liquid. OEB's going to be pushing the minion waves down bot, bring the pressure there. SRG continues to clear, they hold the middle bush. Sanford and Sanji far off just a little bit. OEB the one starting off the Lord.
Oh, okay, the damage lands, but at least he has the DHS.
They're forcing something.
Back his HP. They don't know where Stormy is or if they're even planning to go for a diversion.
Yeah, at the same time, SRG doesn't know where Carl is, or at least may have a bit of an idea.
There's just no vision right now, and they know that bottom side is going to be a net negative. They have to fight. They have to force.
Oh, there goes the feathered airstrike. JP2 looking for the target. Sekai's trying to look for whoever he can take.
Oh!
But despite the fist crack, Carl still secures the objective. And look at that Stormlight committed by Sanford. Now one by one,
Innocent!
SRG, they're falling down, but Innocent, he's still making things happen. Sekai's versus Sanford. Will he get to run away? And he will. Sanji and JP, they will be there to help him, and they're trying to go for the kill. Sekai's, will he?
Oh my God!
He actually does!
But JP stands tall! Innocent getting chased by the one they call Daddy! And bang! A shutdown onto Innocent!
One hell of a game! Look at this arena right now, a full wipeout! Close down to the wire. The lead has never broken 3K yet. Both sides refuse to back down here in a best of 3 of all things. It's not even a grand finals, it's just the best of 3.
Yeah, those are crazy mechanics we've seen back and forth from Sanji, from Sekai's, the predictions on where the punctures are gonna end up, and Sekai's just dodging everything. Now it's Liquid trying to go for the siege with 3 synced up minion waves.
I feel something in the air. I feel like SRG definitely still has multiple moments of brilliance under their belt. I thought we would see it. It looked very close that Innocent would be able to pull something off alongside Sekai's.
Yeah.
So that's the margin we're working on. The Liquid has to be careful lest they be trampled under the foot of the Giants yet again.
This is such a crazy series, such a crazy series. And now even Cram is thinking like, these fights are taking too long. I'm building into a War Axe, man!
Yeah, I think that's looking like a rose gold too for Innocent to finish off this item build. Sustain might be a bit of a problem if the burst won't be enough from Liquid. And it's not like Innocent shows himself immediately. He's the last guy to go in the fight. And he's the guy you do not want to see with full HP bars as the fight has taken so long.
Whoa.
Okay. Sanford?
Can't believe Sanford really showed himself just to get the ultimate away. But now he had to use it just to get out.
Yeah, that's the big problem with Lancelot. You think you can quote-unquote run, but the main goal is done. You've gotten the ult away. You've got 30 seconds until the next Lord actually spawns. In terms
Diversion.
OEB saw it, thank goodness.
Oh, it's
and
just
only
Innocent.
Innocent took it,
Innocent's
no!
all alone! Now they're gonna chase after him!
have to
He
back off.
already uses the Heaven's
Yums.
Wrath, but look at SRG running after every single member they can see! OEB trying to go for it, Sanford here! Sekai's will fall! Ogi Shadow Kill committed onto Yums, and now that's the jungler of SRG gone!
Oh, it's gonna be a no contest here for this upcoming Lord. Unfortunate for SRG. They thought they had the angle. OEB spots it just in the nick of time, and an instant response from Liquid.
Liquid will now have advantage for this Lord. Started off by Baby Cake. Innocent.
Okay.
Here's the ult, and now SRG will not be able to contest.
I mean, it's fine. His ult is super short at level 15. He's already got the Oracle, the Brute Force Breastplate on top of having the War Axe. His cooldown is roughly about 13 seconds every single time he uses his ult. It should be coming back up in just a little bit, but now we need to see how this push occurs, right? Sanji, really good with the Feathered Airstrike to siege their opponent out. The question is, who can stop him without using a flicker?
That Stormbind earlier was really, really close from Innocent. But looking at the wave clear that you could expect from them, even when just Innocent uses his assassin mode, that's gonna be a lot already to deal with this potential siege that's gonna come in from Team Liquid. And even more so, the amount of dives and even the expected potential diversion to just bring whoever they want to onto the back lines is still going to remain a threat for Team Liquid here. And I'm mainly talking about Yums. He cannot be sent to the back lines, and he cannot find multiple members if Team Liquid wants to end it.
Just has to peel from the front. Oh, okay. Okay, Shadow Kill already out.
Ooh.
That's a pretty big ultimate here now that the Lord hasn't even gotten to the inhibitors yet.
They're just gonna want to use it for the push. Liquid will have to wait for the next minion waves.
Oh, Sanford versus Innocent here, down bottom. Oh, there's the third airstrike. Deals so much damage already to the other members of SRG as they take down their first base turret. Oheb dealing so much damage as well. Sikai's! He will fall to the hands of Liquid, and the Lord's already inside the base. JP trying to zone out multiple members. Darkwave already committed, but Sanji, look at the damage of Carl TZ as well. Yums catches too,
Innocent?
but with the counter plays from Liquid, it's over for game number 1.
8.6k lead right at the very end. One hell of a bout, and only smiles. This is the most amount of fun these 10 boys have on a world stage.
Innocent got a savage in this game. Yet Team Liquid walked away with, what was that, 8,000 plus gold lead, folks. That's 2 M series in a row now where someone got a savage and it's the opposing team that won.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 62k to 53k, it just happens. And Sanford, he's sitting there, is like, man, this was really unfun to play.
Again, this is another buffed hero, so...
What is this comp?
Despite the buff, though, excuse me, I still think that Jusin's damage is actually quite underwhelming. If she doesn't get the game that she wants, Sanford satisfied with his Lapu Lapu pick.
Yeah, very understandable for Sanford to actually get into this, but this is why we see that CC was going to be the lock-in, right? Innocent, his matchup is pretty straightforward overall, but he's playing against the carry. So the damage form, that lightning form, is going to be more relevant than the auto set you get from the cloud form.
Like, here I feel like we have much more comfortable picks for both sides. Specifically Liquid, if we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
But the Zetian remains to be one of the most unpredictable parts of this lineup for a majority of us.
The Zetian pick really hurts the damage potential numbers of SRG. But they do have the damage, a lot of them, but not a lot of magic. It's a lot of physical that they're packing. Is it enough? Will a Zetian suddenly coming back be enough to bring us to a game number 3, or will Liquid lock in their knockout slot here and now with this one?
Let's find out as we see that the jungle start is going to be on the same side, mirrored side of the map. They're going to start on the top side and end up down by the bottom where the EXP laners are clashing it out currently. Now, we saw how the Sora provided some value when it hit at level 4, but prior to that, now that he doesn't have to worry about Claw getting these 3 hits, Oheb, I want to see how he trades against it.
It's Carry versus a Sora once again. We've seen enough of how Innocent actually gets to activate this hero. But I guess it's gonna be a bit concerning if we don't get to see it coupled with the right amount of damage. Again, we've pointed out Stormy as the Zetian. In the early stages, I would argue there is damage.
Oh, yeah. As someone who plays a lot of mid lane, it is annoying to deal with a Zetian in the lane. It's just that if the rest of the team doesn't get the start that they want, doesn't get the lead, if you're trying to make a comeback, the Zetian isn't the right hero for that. But definitely you can use it to bully the Kimmy in the lanes.
I think the important thing is that everybody just wants to win their lane as hard as they can to buy time and space for Sakai's to farm back up. That's why Yums, he's keeping a pretty close eye on where Carl TZ is going to be, and JP is now looking for potential cracks to punish their opponents.
Oh, he charged the Unbreakable far enough to taunt Crab. Sanford, does he have the damage to deal with him though? He spots Yums and decides to not go any further. Who got the gold Crab?
Carl did,
Okay.
looks like. I wasn't able to get to Sekai's. If he did, he would be able to tick level 4 there. Up top, Innocent cutting the lane behind Oheb.
Yeah. Yep, he's gonna participate for the upcoming turtle fight here, and they don't care whether supports are level 4 or not. They're gonna rush this here and now.
Oh, Carl-TD spots Humes. JP's really low though. Innocent going in. Sanji, does he have the damage? Oh, there's the ultimate already coming in from the Zip. Chen Appraisers ran from Carl! And Humes is actually first blood. The flicker too from Sanford, but he might just get traded out here. The turtle goes over to SRG.
Innocent just walked away from it. Yeah, it's like Lancer here. Don't worry about it. Sidestep.
Sanford, a little bit too greedy with that attempt. I think he was just definitely looking to finish off Innocent. It really hurt Liquid's chances there. The Sanji also was not level 4. Stormy was able to get there first. And this is what you want with the comp around the Zetian. Get that early game going strong.
Looks like it's going to be the two-finger setup for some guys. As we see him contest once again for the Litho Wanderer. Not even close. There's just too many members here on this side of the map. So they're just going to chill, back out, look to scale. Oh!
Okay.
Raging Slash?
Burden call and Yo-Yo Blitz also committed by Cram here, but Sanford will just clear the lane for now.
Be able to bring Crab low. And it looks like he will be able to get the EXP Crab.
Unless...
Yeah, no, it went to Sanford.
Okay.
Well, I think that the level lead doesn't really...
Humes finds Carl-TD. There's the counter AOG from JP though, and it doesn't connect with the A or the Appraiser's Rad. Humes gets on here. Sanford trying to go for it, but he still has the deep contoh position, and the Fury of the Phoenix stops them from further chasing.
The wild part is that Stormy was holding on to that for quite some time.
Yeah, I thought... Wait, is he?
He's dead. Oh, he catches him right at the very edge with the ult. Real nice usage.
Yeah, peak across the board. Stormy not using the ultimate meant that, yeah, they weren't able to get a burst, but that meant that they had a way to escape when the rest of Liquid were chasing them. So if that was an active call by Stormy to hold on to his ultimate for the retreat, it's a great call.
Yeah, they'd be used either way, depending on whatever they need. But the turtle is coming up, and compared to the first instance that we saw these two go,
Sakai stole it.
He stole it, but he doesn't have Retry anymore, and that's going to be Carl's call to say, hey, we got to do this right here, right now.
Yeah.
If not, it's going to be too late.
Yep, and compared to Turtle 1, everyone's not that low. Oh, there's something happening up top. But before we get to even look at that, Team Liquid takes the objective in exchange of Oheb.
The guys in Innocent juggled under the tower to take that carry down. And Oheb has been struggling in the lane against that Sora. Good thing Liquid is packing a 2-carry lineup, so now they also have Sanji, who did not have the best game as well. So in terms of the major damage dealers, Liquids are struggling.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for a bit more. Ooh.
So good. So smart of Humes. Don't need to take the second half. Get that Purify out of there as soon as possible. But notice, 2K gold lead for the side of Slango Red Giants. If it breaks 4, we should be worried.
Yeah. That should mean that SRG are in a much more comfortable spot. Innocent, good read.
Stormbind, Oheb does not have a way out. JP couldn't even save him there. Not even the traction pulse is going to connect against the members of SRG.
Absolutely bodied. Oheb is just straight up losing lane against Innocent. The Sora doing really well against that carry.
Yeah. No amount of dashes could really keep him safe.
Yeah, and you can see, based on the goal difference here, literally 900 ahead for the side of Sakai's. From Cram's side, he's already pushed up to 400. Down by the goal lane, Innocent is winning by 1,000.
Sanji has a slightly bigger lead compared to the Zetian, but that's only like 26 gold and a glowing wand only.
First
along with the
item.
full build boots at 6 minutes in. Mean this is going to take a lot of time for Team Liquid. Corrosion Scythe only for this carry. While still on the way to the Dominus Ice is JP.
It's gonna take a bit more time before we see Liquid actively winning the fights, honestly, because they are trying to look for those fights. And we see it time and time again, but it's just that we don't get to feel as much damage yet from the likes of Sanji, from the likes of Oheb. They're clearly trying to catch up. So maybe we might see a similar game plan as what Liquid did earlier, but not like this. Not when SRG have their eyes set on Oheb and shutting him down.
I don't know whether this is going to be worth it at the end of the day. Eventually, Innocent will start to fall off and OHEB will start to scale. And Team Liquid, they know that. They know that it's all about just holding out until we get those items, and eventually we will be able to beat them in terms of raw damage. The only problem is that SRG is really good at kiting him with a composition that has a majority of ranged heroes, well, quote-unquote ranged heroes. It's going to be extremely difficult for Team Liquid to walk out without punishment.
Oh, Humes. Will they actually go for Sanford here? Still survives. Mountain Shocker available even under the turret. There goes Sikai's. He gets to generate a bit of shield, but that's 3 members of SRG. Now TLPH will try to look for the trade in the mid lane. AOG doesn't decide to go back into the middle, finds a setup, and so will Humes. And Liquid fail to find a kill. It's all SRG right now, and they get to take down all 5.
What a covert flank! A slight delay, a preemptive flicker from Stormy, an AOG to try and take out mid-tier 1, ended up with a team wipeout after they saw the dive onto Sanford. Rather crazy, and Sakai's still has more to give.
Oh, now Sanford's all alone under the turret, and he gets to receive the way of the dragon. Doesn't even get to clear the minions as SRG takes him down. Innocent going in once again. There's the traction pulse from Sanji. 1 by 1, Liquid are trying to chase, but the kiting's just too good for SRG. Do they have the damage though? Abraser's Wrath already used. Crab finds the members of the backlines, and that's already enough for Team Liquid to run away.
It's like the last game didn't even happen for SRG, as now they look completely dominant against Team Liquid. 6,000 and great map rotations all across the board, shutting down OHEB, shutting down Sanford, and now they're looking to shut down the center of the map, meaning Liquid are going to have to crawl back from a major deficit here.
I mean, Team Liquid already made a pretty big mistake when they decided, you know what? We're going to trade your mid T1 for my bot T1, and that was not how it played out. Carolina Red Giants, I think at this point, understand they have the lead. The question is, how do I force it onto Team Liquid without losing too much?
Yeah, but the difference is that Liquid 2 can't just really let OHEB go out by himself too much. Oh, the Way of the Dragon got cancelled though. By the taunt from Carl Jeezy, Sanford going with the Bravest Fighter, 2-man stun with the Mountain Shocker. That was an almost team fight, but Liquid stayed patient.
Yeah, you see SRG though with how they're moving, they force out the other members of Liquid around that Lord. Although JP, Sanji, and Sanford are still here, Stormy and Sakai's are holding a very good position. This looks like it might go to SRG.
Oh, everyone's getting poked down really, really low.
Set.
JP's already half HP too. OHEB will be able to join here. Carl Jeezy going in. It's going to be a wretched battle. And Sakai's wins it out. Innocent with the setup. He catches 2. And now JP is down in exchange of Humes. But then Sanji has nowhere to run. Carl Jeezy's down as well. It's only Sanford and OHEB all alive. But the Cyclone Eye! Stormy might just walk out of this alive. Sanford going in. He will get the kill, but so will he go down.
Well played, Stormy. His passive comes up. He knows he can buy at least half a second if he makes contact with Sanford, and he guarantees an equal trade. JP could look to block this wave. It's not worth it. Just let it go. Sanji's coming up. Carl Jeezy's coming up. OHEB is here to protect. Keep hold of the inhibitors.
Yeah, he won't allow it to pop the Holy Shield. The Lord is still going to be marching up top. Liquid forced that fight because they knew they wanted to minimize the impact of this Lord. Innocent spots out Carl, and Innocent will get out. Liquid will be able to stop the Lord from getting anywhere close to the base turrets.
They get to clear it out somehow. For now, this has been such a good game for Cram though.
Yes, excellent.
5-0-2 on the CC.
His late entries have been key. The use of the curtain call, tying Liquid together, the team fighting, making it awkward for them. Kick though already committed by Humes.
I mean, they're going to keep trying every single time his cooldowns are off, right? The only time Liquid decides, you know what, maybe we'll consider what you're doing is when you're already in their face and they need to respond. If not, they're just going to flop over. And Team Liquid does not like flopping over.
7K Almost 8K for SRG. The gold lead in game number 1 never reached this point. But now SRG have complete control over this game.
I feel like one of the major catalysts of this has been Yoon's presence on this show. He's just been constantly map marking, and because he has 2 other heroes with him that gives him global vision, well, no wonder Team Liquid feel like they've just been checked all throughout the game, because literally they have been. You have the Cho seeing vision with his own body, and then you have the ultimate of Zetya, the ultimate of the Yisun Shin as well.
Oh, they spot. He double checks it. No way he double checks it.
Good read.
Who does that? Who double checks that bush of all places?
It's that feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if even it was Sanji calling, "Hey, Dad, I feel like someone's here." And yes, they call him Dad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's such a cute way to address the roamer.
It's like, Dad, there's someone here.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's the parent.
Yeah, one of the problems now is Liquid will have a wave that they have to think about in the bottom lane, handled by here by Cram. The mid lane will get easily cleared out here by SRG. Definitely all signs point to SRG having the less awkward position when we get into the second lord of the game, which might mean an easier time for Sakai's to just retro yet. Carltes isn't even level 15 yet, so Liquid will have to really work for it if they want to get this lord. It begins with managing the minion waves, and then if they can find a push, then they can go for the full take. But with how well SRG's been managing the map, that might be way too tough.
I mean, we say that, but they're still prone to mistakes. Like Sakai is the only reason why he's 4-1 and 11, especially when he was 4-0 and 11, was because he just didn't check the bush, right? They just no resources to check it, and he just walked into Oheb.
Okay.
And now as they contest, right?
Oh, Innocent!
Innocent catches 2. There's the Fury of the Phoenix as well. But will they actually commit to this fight? Sanford going in with a Land Shaker. Oh, but JP cannot tank the damage. That's a monster kill for Crab. And -1 for Liquid.
They still try. They're still waiting for the Bravest Fighter to come back. Carltes will now have to help share the load of holding the front while Cram is pushing the mid lane.
They don't need to do anything. They can reset this right now. They've got a pushing wave down bot side, a net pushing wave on the mid. Top side they can start effective, but now they get into a fight.
There goes the Bravest Fighter, and it's cooldown. It's a shutdown for Sanford onto Grab, but it is in the back. Nice! Fights Sanji and Oheb. Carltes, he shuts him down though, but that's already 3 members gone. With the flicker still catches up to Sanford. JP will be here, but now he's all alone. Can he clear the waves?
He's still trying, he's holding, he's trying to go after Sakai's to force him back. There's still minion waves.
Oh, the immortality popped. Now the
AOG,
only
come on!
one is the turret. JP gets to AOG out, but there's still 1 minion left. And Sakai's just bursts him down. We are going to a game number 3.
Tell me this ain't the best goddamn series you've watched so far. 1-1 is the scoreline. SRG, make this competitive.
No better way to end this day of the Swiss stage. When giants and titans face each other, we will go all the way. Constant basic attacks. Maybe they get the Matrix?
Possibly.
Oh
no.
my.
They'll really pack the CC in the gold lane.
They're looking to... Wait, this is such a counterintuitive style of play. It's like, I guess they want to make sure that everybody has a form of, I can get damage in, so that the follow-up, no matter who the follow-up is, must clean up.
We also have to acknowledge that Team Liquid PH's damage are all in bursts, and they're all skill-based. So the Uranus does make a lot of sense.
They might be able to out-tank it, but I think both EXP laners are going to play a very crucial role for the upcoming war.
Wow.
Look at that lineup rating. My God.
It looks pretty
It's SRG sided.
SRG sided.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, though. A 2-point off to a 1.8 counter index. We'll see as we get into the game. I think that it's a lot more even than the initial take as we head on in to Land of Dawn.
5 seconds.
Liquid facing off SRG. Let's do this, my guy.
This is going to be so good. A great way to end this 3-game banger. A storied rivalry, though young as it is. 2 great organizations backing them. And now Yums is going to be looking to give JP a taste of his own medicine with a Hilda pick that messed them up earlier. It's a question of how well can Liquid time the damage that they have that they deal in bursts up against a lineup that does very well against burst damage.
Yeah. And the sides look a bit more stable now. Like, I feel like they're able to manage it much more compared to how we were able to witness the past 2 games. Because even though they did win game number 1, it wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as smooth sailing as you would have described it to be. So maybe, just maybe, we get to see a better form from Liquid in the early stages of the game here.
Well, I mean, in terms of just the emblems alone, we're making sure that we are, you know, keeping ourselves in check, right? As much as Sanford is like, oh, I'm gonna get the Festival of Blood, Cram, it's all about movement speed, right? I need to get to places, I need to do stuff all across the map. While Stormy, most importantly, not only doesn't he want to control this lane, but he wants to put a big tax on Sanji.
Good disruption there by Yums. Man marking KHUSUS, expected of Hilda up against an assassin jungle. Chicken Sanji having a tough time here against Stormy. The pokes constantly dished out by the Thieves. Sekai's close by, already level 4.
That's so smart. It's so smart. It's so smart. You purposely show yourself so they reposition to the opposite side. Skies can actually flank Sanji here if he just walks up a little bit further.
There it is.
Oh, there goes. The Shadow actually commits.
Oh!
He goes back to Sanji, but the Revitalize is there. JP saves him right at that moment. KHUSUS, will he get to find the kill on Cram? Doesn't have the level 4. But Sanford still goes in together with JP. Force out the flicker from Yums.
Oh man, Jesus gave him his prayers and sent Daddy JP, and now the real world manipulation!
Throne Ruin also used onto 2 members, but they have to get away. Crab is just a bit too much in terms of the sustain, and that's all by himself, by the way. And the real world manipulation from Stormy as they try to interrupt KHUSUS once again in his jungle.
Wait, decisions here by SRG. So guys,
Oh, Sanford has the flicker, able to cancel out the Uki Shadow kill, fortunately, but he's really low. Cram going under the turret.
He's fine.
Okay.
Both sides are not going to be able to kill each other, and that's the big problem. They need other people to get involved, and even Stormy is just like, I'm going to completely shove you out this lane. Whoever gets a lead, let's just take advantage of it, right? And even for Stormy's side, he's like, all right, sure, Cram, you can focus on getting that, but give me the gold. I want the money.
I like this rotation by Stormy. It helps speed up the cut. He gets a little bit of EXP himself, and now they're also going to be able to get gold through the shielding up top. So great link up between Cram and Stormy.
What happened to the bottom lane? How is Innocent a full level up?
Yeah. KHUSUS will try to steal away this purple buff. There's the better airstrike. Yums! But too much damage from Liquid. Sanji secures first blood. Thorn Rose, but he still goes down. The damage from the Yugi Shadow kill was enough.
Jesus was not kind that time.
Not at all.
The last one was like, wow, that's pretty lucky. This one, really unlucky. 2 sides of the same coin, and the first items haven't even completed yet.
Now, SRG still taking control of the map through the aggressive rotations. I think eventually this is going to turn into who has the more annoying EXP laner to deal with. It's either the Alice or the Uranus. At this point, it's a little bit even. But considering the damage output of the CC on the other side of the map, the impact of that CC makes the impact of this Uranus even all the more evident. Sekai's now has the Hunter Strike as well. Dominance Ice on the way still for Yums.
Can I just say, why are we watching this? Why are we watching that? We're looking at the 2 fattest guys slap each other around and be like, hey, you feel anything? Nope.
We can go elsewhere, yo. Like, it's fine.
Let's look at something else.
We know what happens there.
It's such a dead lane. Oh, now there's something. Flicker forced out of OEB.
Yeah, that's what you get for staring at Alice and Uranus too long.
Okay, KHUSUS forced to get out. Sick guys!
Ooh.
The flickers are always being forced out.
I mean, this is one of the few techs that people learned quite late into the Hayabusa meta that you can actually flicker out away from the Oki Shadow Kill, but it's all about timing. There's a high skill. Oh god.
No, OEB!
Oh.
Might have walked into the wrong direction. KHUSUS here gets to secure the orange buff, but now he's being chased by multiple members.
Whoa.
The stun from JP, fortunately clutch. Saving KHUSUS right there, but look at SRG.
Was Sky's not in turret range there? I thought for sure he was going to take at least one more turret shot, but it looks like Ram was able to block it for the most part. Yums, he's thinking about it. He's really selling this. They're really selling this.
I think we need to back off. They're not going to win anything here just standing around. They're losing bot. And they might lose this one big.
Oh no!
They find Sanji once again, doesn't have the flicker anymore. And now Sakai's picks up the kill. Graham chasing after Carl TZ. Sanford trying to stop him in his tracks. But just look at the amount of pressure he's able to apply. That's gonna be a tier 1 in mid going over to SRG.
No, this is actually not good. Team Liquid doesn't usually play like this, but it looks like the conditioning from game 1 and 2 has definitely kind of dampened the senses down here.
Yeah.
And SRG are getting away with a little too much. More than I am comfortable with, as much as I want to see, you know, my countrymen do well. I think that Team Liquid, they're kind of dropping the ball. Like, they're making some weird motions across the map, especially like Sanji's rotations back into mid. Why is he not taking safe paths?
Yeah, they're usually better at man marking, while Selangor Red Giants have taken control of this game through fantastic rotation and good timing and a great understanding of the tendencies of their opponent. Sanji again!
Oh no, doesn't have the wing by wings anymore. Now Graham once again zoning out 3. Oheb too forced to run under the turret, while up top it seems like Sakai's is finding another kill. Throne of Ruin committed by Sanford, but does he have enough resources to deal with his Hayabusa? He has the quad shadow once again, and that's a killing spree for Sakai's.
I think they're a little bit tilted at this point. A lot of aggression coming from the side of Team Liquid. Unnecessary at that.
Yeah, no, it's getting to them. It's really starting to sting because Selangor Red Giants, they've already made the mistakes and it's too late to take it back. But at this point, playing from behind feels really, really bad because this is exactly what SRG has been looking to do. If anybody's able to win a lane, you start feeling the influence spill over. And I think it started too early on for the side of SRG for Team Liquid to stop until roughly, I would say, give it about 13 minutes. At the 13-minute mark, let's double check.
Yeah. SRG have been nothing short of just fantastic. I think this is another MVP performance on the way for Sakai's. He's been given a lot of information, and he's made the most out of it every time. Shadow kill has been on point over and over again. 3 kills under his belt, but all of them incredibly impactful. Now up to a Malefic Roar as well. The rush. JP's gonna melt, Sanford's gonna melt, and we could be looking at SRG making it to the knockouts before Team Liquid does.
Okay. It's gonna take a bit more time, especially for Oheb, who is now 2 levels behind of Innocent, if we were to look at it. Not just in terms of gold, that there's a lot of catching up to do. But it's not like Team Liquid could just really freely go for whatever big play that they want, unless... Oh no, JP, down bottom? Oh, using the glorious pathway just to escape.
That hurts, bro.
You hear that scream?
Yeah. You hear the one audible person. The fact they were so nervous about it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This is quite a clencher if you are a fan of SRG as well as TL. Oh, this is gonna escalate.
Okay. Oh, feathered airstrike used by Sanji, but he has to be wary of Sakai's. He was looking at him right there. This is a lord that SRG will potentially secure for themselves after zoning out the members of Liquid so well. Innocent jumping in under the turret. Throne of Ruin used by Sanford. Catching too, but there's the real world manipulation from Stormy, perfectly positioned as well as they hunt down OM into the back line. Carl TZ, will he be able to look for the trades? It seems like the damage is not enough just yet. Sanford will try to look for whatever he can, but now there's 2 members on him, and that's another mega kill for Sakai's.
I gotta give it a Cram. He's playing a near perfect game and a beautiful engagement from Sanford. Don't get me wrong, but he completely negated Oheb's existence, blocking every projectile with his body, completely zoning him out of the fight while still maintaining damage against both Sanford, Sanji, and Oheb.
The Filipino sniper has been shut down 2 games in a row now by Selangor Red Giants. Innocent's curtain calls have been well-timed as well. But now Liquid can just stand and watch. We'll try to defend Athena Shield for Yumsu. Also on this Hilda has been a nuisance. Though low-key is the impact, you can feel it when the bodies start dropping on the side of Liquid. SRG closing to an 8,000 gold lead.
Sky Piercer picked up by Sakai's as well. Now all their base turrets are going to be exposed, and they'll have to struggle just to clear out this potential Lord Siege coming in from SRG. Graham standing in front of everybody! A perfect real-world manipulation catching Oheb. Bogey shadow kill committed as well. There's the Phantom Execution. They have to pay attention to the Lord first before anything else, and it will gain access to the base, but they get to take it down. But they might have to say goodbye to the Holy Shields and potentially more. Throne of Ruin committed by Sanford, stunning them, but look at that stun from JP! It's a shutdown over to Team Liquid.
Beautiful stuff coming in from Team Liquid side. Cram, He's not going to take too much damage. He's just going to walk away. But this completely shuts down the secondary push. As now the Holy Shieldings are completely gone, this second Lord is going to be do or die for Team Liquid as they find themselves in the exact same position as they were, if not worse, from game number 2.
Someone tell Team Liquid Oheb that he's got to lock the in right now. He just keeps getting caught way too easily.
Oh, Carl TZ. Oh, the stun lands onto Cram, but he just gets to dance around all that. They don't seem to have enough ways to deal with this Uranus just yet.
Oh no. Cram has completely outscaled them. They just don't do enough at this stage of the game. And even for Sanji as well, right? He has to make sure that he buys anti-heal. But now that he's got the Genius one, it's like, yes, I can do a little bit of damage, but it's too late when you already have so much MR on your side and a whopping 2.1k lead individually.
They all had to scramble to build magic defense, but no one is answering the physical damage output of the Hayabusa, CC, and the Hilda. There's not a single anti-Cuirass or Dreadnought armor on the side of Team Liquid. They couldn't build it.
No, Glorious Pathway committed. Sanford doesn't need to use the Flicker anymore to set up. They might just have to run away from this for now. Innocent, though, has his eyes set on this Alice. Now the Flicker's used just to escape. And JP, the Revitalize had to be committed as well.
Worth it. Now they can guarantee a no contest on that Lord or force a fight by it. And you can see that TL, they're so worried. They know that if this Lord gets taken, it's game over as they're too far behind. And Stormy, he's making sure, not revealing himself, but ensuring that key points of the map are locked off.
Okay, Oheb now gets caught by Cram once again.
Dear God.
How do you position yourself in this kind of situation, Carl TZ? He just wants to take his purple buff, but even that gets denied. Another perfect curtain call coming in from Innocent. Now there seems to be a bit more damage coming in, but when you see Liquid forced to run away, they just can't commit.
Selangor Red Giants now looks like they're basically working on a taxing system.
Oh!
Moments! That could have been a moment, but they want more with the Lord in hand, and Stormy now finally has the Lantern. All these tanks don't mean much.
Will Team Liquid be able to hold on? There's no marksman on the side of SRG, but it's a different story. SRG have taken the definitive lead without a marksman with great early to mid game play. Now Liquid, they have their Granger. Is it enough? Is the force of damage enough? The answers to those questions have to be yes if they want to be able to hold on. But all signs are pointing to SRG being able to make it to the knockouts first, winning this game 3. Let's see.
Okay. What will they try to approach first? Sakai is using the Quad Shadow already. They will be dealing with the minions in the mid lane first before they transition towards the Lord up top. And they seem to have managed it to some extent. But does SRG want to go for another attempt? There is a way for Liquid to set things up, but the curtain call was already committed. There's the real world manipulation once more. It's countered by the Federal Airstrike, but Sanji has nowhere to run. Fortunately, uses the Wings by Wings to fly away, but the Throne of Ruin catches Sakai's. Sanji's still alive. Liquid defend.
This is the perfect scenario for Liquid. They now get to come back into the game. Now Sanji can get his third item and you have some real damage for the upcoming fights. But at the very least, they don't lose anything off of this.
That was so close. Like, Sanji had 2 members on him, but he waited until the very last second before he wings by wings down.
Yeah, it's going to be a long climb back for Liquid though. SRG still hold the definitive lead, but that will help. See Halberd already built up by Oheb. Carl TZ gets his orange buff, and I will be back to once again to a counter defensive positioning. Again, the problem with a lineup that doesn't have a traditional marksman is now going to be felt by SRG. If Liquid hold out even longer, then this game is going to get harder and harder for SRG to end.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? We need SRG to close out the game while they still have this 6.8k on their side. It's a lot of money, but just notice, like Cram is like, yes, I'm quote-unquote indestructible, but at the same time, I'm realizing that Lancelot is kind of doing a lot of damage with the Divine with at least the Endless Battle. But with the Divine Glaive already completed by Sanji, right? Even if he builds more MR, it's not going to do him much good.
See Halberd as well for Innocent. Full build now for this CC. And Team Liquid are going to be in a world of hurt. It's understated, but the sudden spike, very late game from a CC with a C Halberd is busted, bro.
Should not be fair.
Yeah, and we get to see the constant Hylos plus X curtain call happen multiple times throughout
Lately,
the entire
it's
game.
been a little bit more of like either Alice plus X or even Lancelot plus X. Because Carl TZ's trying to get close and deal damage. The moment Innocent sees him, it's just like curtain call. And then if Carl TZ tries to get away from it, at the end of the animation, it's going to be someone else linked to that curtain call because he tried to get away.
Yeah, it's just, there's not a lot of counterplay to it. You really just have to like micro your way out of this. And I think that's the beauty of the, oh, wait!
They're actually bursting down Grab! JP with
Yumes.
revitalized, but Yumes and Sekai's from behind might look for other targets as much as they can. Stormy gets to find the kill on JP, but the Yogi Shadow kill is already committed. They split the damage, but Sekai's is still after Carl. But Carl gets to run away.
why?
The stun doesn't land. And now Sanji is down. Oheb doesn't get to escape. Carl is all alone. Sanford has to recall, but Carl is still alive, but can he handle this?
Sanford's still running back to the base. Carl TZ suddenly comes out revitalized and rejuvenated. Forces Humes back. Liquid still in this.
Why wasn't there a call to close out the game? I guess they understood that Sanford was able to buy some time, and now they need to guarantee this. The guys at 50% and fallen.
Okay. Will they actually still try to go out?
If Carl gets this, no way.
Stormy has another real-world manipulation available. Phantom
Oh, no more
Fusion
Phantom.
Just
He's
to
dead.
escape.
Oh!
He gets stunned. Thorn Rose, but there is no way out. Sanford and JP have to return to the base.
That's Lord going over to the side of SRG. Carl TZ caught out. And a great angle from Sakai's. Great, honestly, amazing stuff from Innocent to block. He understands he's not just the marksman, he's more.
Okay. But their strike. They clear the waves as much as they can. But this is just the beginning. There's a Lord Siege upcoming from SRG2. But Carl will be able to get back in the game 8 seconds before he gets back.
How long though?
I have a feeling this game's gonna go on way longer than we realize.
For sure, because right now SRG, the big thing is that their wave clear sucks, and all of their main damage dealers who have physical damage need to walk up to the crystal in melee form.
Not a lot of immortalities left up, but they left a minion wave up top.
Oh no.
They're gonna have to clear it.
Okay.
Not a lot of immortalities on the board. Only both roamers have their immortality. Sanford doesn't have it. Cram doesn't have it.
Gotta breathe for a second here. They're not going to initiate until that Lord starts knocking on that base. Now the real question is whether or not they want to sync up these waves because they're letting this Lord slowly push in as Yums is trying to clear it up. They've got almost a sync, half a second delay.
Oh,
Look at the damage.
The damage from Innocent is a bit too much. Better Dare Strike Carl TZ is trying to hunt down Stormy, forces out the real-world manipulation, and he successfully finds it. Does Team Liquid have what it takes to actually defend the game? And it seems like they do!
They pull back, and it's great. Innocent's still there, but there's not enough minions.
Innocent,
Oh!
tries to run away, but Sanford catches him! He has 2 members on him, but he will go down! There's 1 minion left in a wave completed mid. Team Liquid have to defend again!
Innocent still had the vengeance. No wonder Sanford couldn't finish him off. The minion waves will get cleared up though. But Liquid are just barely holding on every single time, every time. But it's not yet their time, as SRG will have to try one more time to end it.
Now it's dead even. Despite SRG having every single one of these structures, they need all 5 members alive and taking out a 2-for-1 trade each and every time if they want to punch above their weight. The biggest issue we're seeing so far, Sakai's, he's trying so hard to get into that backline, he's actually getting caught out. JP has got his number, Sanford has got his number, even Sanji has his number when it matters the most. This lead that we see, this 5.8, it's just extra money for SRG to try an item swap to make the difference.
Folks, welcome as we get closer to the 20th minute mark. We're all at the edge of our seats.
We aren't even sitting on our seats.
There's no point. There's no point. I mean, I can sit on it. I'm the analyst, man. I'm having the time of my life. And I also need to pee. But I need to watch this game. With full items all across the board. I am a little curious about how many stacks Oheb
same.
has. Same goes for Sakai's, which I'm pretty sure he got reset like 3 different times. So I'm thinking I'm guessing 20-something, 21?
I'm guessing it's somewhere around 40 because there's a lot of times where there's still a good amount of health on the side of Liquid, but then during the shadow kill animation, they just drop like flies. SRG are going to be looking to rush this Lord. They have
my
great
gosh.
positioning. Yums, man marking Innocent the damage again, making JP melt.
Oh, Sanford tries to look for both of them.
Oh, no!
Throne of Ruin committed. Stunned
Early.
through, but the rewind manipulation. Catching JP.
Oh!
He gets bursted down just like that by Oheb.
Oh my goodness, Sanji and Oheb just shared the same brain cell, targeted the same guy, blindfolded. A good attempt, but now it gets even scarier.
Oh my goodness.
Still a lot of minion waves coming in for SRG. Marked very well. Yums even guiding the minion waves up top. Sanford forced to scramble. They see Stormy. They force him out. Sanji already flickered forward. He's greedy.
Okay, Stormy has the immortality. Yums, tries to stun Sanji, but he has the Winter Crown. JP Mortality
Wait,
Pop might not get
the
to
Lord,
escape this.
the
but
base!
The waves up top. The base. They have to clear the base. Crab is denying them of actually defending this. Pops the immortality from Moab. Sanji trying to help him as much as he can. Secures the Lord.
God, easy falls. Yums takes him down. There's still a lot of minion waves in for
How much
SRG.
time? How much time? 12 seconds!
Liquid
12
has the
seconds
Lord.
until Lord spawn!
Liquid has the Lord. They can march out with it, but SRG might just be able to stop it as it marches out.
Okay, they have to deal with the waves. They have to deal with the waves first.
Spawning. It's too late. It's too late. They have to back off here. An amazing defense, an amazing attack coming in from both of our teams as finally the score evens up 8-16. Look at that gold lead. 6K turning down back into 1.9.
We didn't get to see how he did it, but God, easy getting the Lord. Yums.
Yums once again stunning Oheb. Sakai is trying to follow up with the Throne of Ruin. Might just make it in time. Immortality pop for Yums. Sanford will be the trade, but they get to survive.
Stormy.
No one goes down just yet from SRG, but Stormy's a bit too
No,
deep.
no.
Sanji, will he actually be able to finish off the kill?
Dead.
It might not be him. It's gonna be JP.
Well played coming in from Team Liquid. They're trading bodies to buy time, and right now time is everything that they need other than a wave clear. That's good enough. And so guys, you'll be able to clear this out. He's fast, but honestly, Liquid really showing some grit.
They are holding on by their fingertips every time. 44 stacks on the Sky Piercer, 714 on the passive. And there are no first tier towers down just yet on the side of SRG. It has been 23 minutes of Selangor Red Giants domination. And more than half of that is them being unable to end this game number 3.
It's the nature of the composition. Their wave clear has never been their strong point. Snowballing is, but closing out a game requires different tools which they don't have access to. However, Team Liquid, they're very good at sieging. They have the exact tools, but they need to get all the way to the enemy inhibitor if they want to enact that plan. Up until this point, they're just waiting for SRG to fight around this Lord because they know that's the only thing they care about now.
Not a single turret down from SRG. Team Liquid are really banking on that possibility that they get to win a fight and just take it straight from there. But does SRG, or will they even allow that to happen? Oh, the Veteran Strike's dealing a bit too much damage. Glorious Pathway also, but then Carl Teasy fortunately still makes it out alive. JP will be gone for this Lord take, however.
Okay, all right. Some pretty big ultimates already out. Sanji should be able to get back up before this upcoming fight, and I think that Carl Teasy, he's on the run. Yep, he bought rapid boots. He needs to get there.
Okay, Carl TV, what is he gonna do and what is he gonna try to do? Shut down onto Innocent.
Oh my
Winter
God!
as well coming in from Sanford. Oheb is down though, but Stormy's next on the list for Carl. Sanford finds the kill on Sikai's as well, but Sanji's all alone here up top. Does he have a place to run? He might not actually get home, and Cram will take the kill.
It's not over yet.
It's not
No
over.
one wants to give this up. What it means. These are two teams who are not facing elimination, but a Giant and a Titan looking to make it to the knockouts.
Okay. Can Cram and Yums deny the objective from Liquid? Sanford and Carl trying their best. He gets to secure the purple objective. But they do not allow them to secure the Lord.
They can't afford it. And the problem is that Liquid doesn't have some extra time to just breathe, right? just find that moment to be able to start pushing back against their opponents, because their waves, the maintenance, the chores, the duties is just too high. But though, we do see that He has to give up the Lord because he's just too strong right now. We're going for another 5v5, man.
But now they have space. Stretching out the minion waves so Oheb can be left behind to clear up the bot. I thought Karl'Tezi would actually try to continue forcing the minion wave to push into the top turret just so they have a little bit more space to work with. But it seems they're not going to be able to get just that. This is how massive the SRG lead has. Look, the gold is now towards Team Liquid, but the map is still SRG coded.
Yeah.
Until they can get towers down, Liquid will feel like they're just bumping their head into a wall. Well, JP forced to use the glorious pathway to get away safely.
This is the first time I've ever seen both of these teams genuinely play scared. Like they're actually nervous to walk up into these bushes. They're actually nervous to take any little bit of damage because that could be the game-winning play.
Okay. Oh, the stun from Sanji.
Oh, the castle!
Yumes finds him as well, and he has no way to escape. That's Sanji gone for Team Liquid.
Careful, keep your eyes on Carl. If he steals this, they might have just bought themselves another 5 minutes.
Okay, Sanford finding targets, and that's gonna be Innocent. Innocent trying to escape this. Sakai's going in with the Yogi Shadow kill. Does Oheb survive? He somehow still does, but Yumes and Sakai's are on him, and now he doesn't. JP tried to run away. Immortality pop, but then that's it. 3 members are down for Liquid.
And then there were 2 Yumes going after Sanford, but Sanford gets away. SRG still has the lead. Only 2 members of Liquid. SRG looking to end it here.
They're excited, but they also know that they're capable of many things, and Carl will try his damnedest to defend this base.
He dodged the stun from Yumes,
No!
but then that's about it. Not for long. The Apex Predator all alone trying to prolong this siege has the immortality, dealing with 4 members all at once, but they will not pay attention to him anymore. Winter Crown play, but that's it for this game. SRG are going to the knockout stage.
Woo! What a game! One of the best series we've seen so far here at the Swiss stage to keep the entertainment lively in the EXO Hall live in Indonesia. Fans spilling out from inside to out. What a beautiful game. Congratulations to SRG to move on to the next stage. Team Liquid, their journey just got 1 day longer.
This is what the M series is all about. Where the Giants and Titans face off against each other, the world watches. And as the world trembles, we tremble not with fear, but with excitement with what we witness. And what we witnessed was one of the greatest series in M series history of all time. The team looking to complete the Golden Road. The road gets longer, but for the Giants, the dream gets closer. Welcome to the knockouts.
A sigh of relief.